to see the overlay right now, but we are here checking out Monster Train on the Nintendo Switch. A game, it came out today. It is a roguelite deck builder with a twist because you have to control 3 lanes of combat with your cards simultaneously. But if you're somehow unfamiliar, let me tell you, if I go to Steam, how much Monster Train do I have? First off, thank you to Good Shepherd for sponsoring the game, or sponsoring the stream. Very much appreciated as we get to check out a game that we played for 119 hours in 2020 and early 2021. Look at that. I am going to take this opportunity to read some copy as well for your interest, but also for my interest, because I'm trying to see what we got in the Nintendo Switch version. It's your standard Monster Train full base game, along with the Last Divinity DLC and all the cards, units, and gameplay features added in the free update since the game's original release. Cross-play online multiplayer. That was one of the things that was super cool about the PC version, is like a competitive card game that had a kind of like a score attack on asynchronous online multiplayer that actually like was pretty transformative to the experience. Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's send it. It does indeed have the DLC, and I'm excited to be checking it out today. You can check it out for yourself at the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or !! Monster Train in the chat. Now, I'm expecting it's normal volume, Pog. I am expecting we're gonna dominate this as we play for the next couple hours. Because I mean, come on, we're on Covenant rank 1. No chance, man. No chance. I do have to say as well, like I love playing card games on the Switch. Like obviously, I think, you know, for a lot of them you would think touch controls, but it's they work well on the controller. I play a lot of Slay the Spire on the Switch. It's just nice to have it on the go. They're like the perfect, like, you know, subway or bus games.
The gilded wing will stop at nothing to destroy it.
I'm watching this for me because this is the first time I've seen the opening cutscene in like a year and a half.
There will be nothing left to defend.
I remember too, like some of the DLC bosses were really hard. Like the ones where like every half of the time you attack, you get like -1 strength or something like that, and half of the time you attack, the enemies get +1 strength. -1, -1. Oh, hey. Oh, the tutorial. Okay, welcome to hell. Your train is carrying precious cargo, the last remaining shard of the pyre, needed to relight the fires in the depths of hell. I feel strongly that we're probably going to make this one work. But it'll be nice to get a little refresher. I'm going to lower the volume just slightly on my own end as well. And if that's too much, let me know. If it's amenable, don't sweat it. Okay. You got to protect your pyre. I remember that. For the glory of the winged, enemies have boarded your train. You've got a champion, a Hornbreaker Prince. 10 armor and 1 multi-strike. Armor does not replenish every single turn, I recall. Okay, so we play the Hornbreaker Prince. We attack first, right? Yeah, we got a limited capacity as denoted by the pips in the top left, and every unit does take up some space. The way you play this one is oh so simple. So you're going to take, you need 25 damage to die. You play a Train Steward at the front to try to protect our champion as long as possible. So the way I was thinking about it, you know what it's like is the easiest... Oh, enemies attack first. Okay. The easiest game to compare Slay the Spire to is, or to compare Monster Train 2 is definitely Slay the Spire. And Slay the Spire is like, you know, when like a delicate movie comes together. You know, it's quiet, it's nomad land, you know? And by the end of it, as it builds and builds and builds, you get what it's going for. Monster Train is like John Wick. Instead of like building incrementally, you build exponentially. So rather than your deck getting like slightly better, every single fight you get like 40% stronger over and over and over again. So they're both great, but it's a different flavor for sure, and a flavor that resonated with me greatly last year when I played it for sure. It's weird playing the game on a lower speed right now. Will they allow us to? Ooh, okay. Well, just put it on regular fast, and we'll go take the tooltips off. Combat preview on. Now we're talking about it. Okay. So we want to keep you from getting to the pyre. You're doing 6 damage, so we can easily do that. You're not dying. Okay, so the way you play this one seems simple to me. You put a train steward down. Combat previews are now enabled. Beautiful. You will now be killed. And then, why don't I just put a quick little restore on this guy right here. We probably should have killed the cleric, but whatever. That seems like an apt analogy. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, this is not great. Restore is not what you're looking for here. How much HP do you have? 7. It's okay. Oh, you know what I'm remembering? We don't, because we're not on like Covenant rank 6 or above, we can actually put train stewards like 1 floor up. And not have them be like dazed for their first turn. There you go. End turn. Top floor doesn't stun early. Yeah. Oh, it Ember Drains now? Oh, is that new? Okay. Defeat the boss to win the battle. You're already dying, which is great news. Let's make sure that you also die. Oh, you go first. Okay, right. So you take it. There you go. Okay. Get owned. You know, it's nice to have a risk-free opportunity to get my feet wet again. You will make a fine trophy. Now, I'm trying to remember. There was a time where I got fairly decent at Monster Train. And I'm trying to remember how I feel about some of these cards. One of the coolest mechanics in the game is the ability to move a unit from floor to floor, which is super nice because, I mean, normally it's tough once you place a unit, it's just there. You can use it to ascend an enemy, for example, and maybe move them to a floor where they die, or alternatively maybe to the pyre where they get killed. Or you can ascend your own unit to the floor directly above them, which allows you to overstuff a floor with capacity and create like one super floor. Which is fun. Has Hornbreak always hit twice? This is new to me. I mean, it's a pretty good spell, don't get me wrong. Let's take it. And then our green card. I like them all. Wildwood Sap is pretty great. Consume is like an exhaust mechanic. You can only play it once. Red and green have some changes you will notice. Okay, Sting. 10 damage to the front unit and draw +1 next turn. Steel Enhancer is pretty good when you got multi-strike as well. But, I mean, of these, I feel like Wildwood Sap is like... It's always good. And yeah, these are the relatively basic factions as well. So what do we want? An Awoken banner or a Hellhorn banner with unit impacts? Take me this way, okay? I'll pick up a unit on Revenge, which means when you get hit, you gain 1 energy. This is a multi-strike unit. I tend to prefer the Animus of Will here. And then upgrade a spell to have Holdover. This means, like, when you use it, it comes back into your hand next turn. Okay. So this is disgusting. I wish we could do both, because +10 magic power and then Holdover would be like 30 damage for 1 every turn. But this is a great indicator of, like, the mechanics that are at play in this game. Like... And I think the John Wick analogy applies mightily. Like, we didn't even have this card last time, and now we get 5 damage twice every turn that also pierces through shields, and it's gonna scale even crazier from that point onwards. I love Holdover. Also, we have an Animus. We do indeed have an Animus. By the way, if you're hearing us, we did go through some frame dips right there. It's been known to happen from time to time. Just internet-related woes. Disciple Protector and Conduit Recruiter. So this, the Recruiter gives spikes to the front unit. So the front unit, you just smack them with a torch. You put Hornbreaker Prince at the back. And then you actually put Animus of Will at the back. You're taking 21 damage on this turn. And then, you know, for one, you might as well. It doesn't do anything, doesn't hurt you though. Spike's kind of annoying. I'm not worried. This guy literally can't do damage to our pyre. So, like, who cares if you just let him go, right? Similarly, Torch. You guys are doing nothing. We'll just get a Train Steward going, you know, up here for essentially no reason. Just tried Hibiscus LaCroix. That'd be smacking. It's a great flavor. It's a little floral. It's not my absolute favorite flavor, but it's one of the more refreshing ones for sure. Hornbreak early, always nice. Yeah, well, you know what? Like, again, you don't do any damage to the pyre, so I don't really care. Let's just stack it up like this. Let's stack it up like this. I don't hate LaCroix, and I don't even hate Bubbly. You know, I try not to hold my feelings about Bubbly the beverage, or my feelings about Bubbly the corporation against Bubbly the beverage. I feel like that would be beverage bias, and I don't fancy myself as that kind of individual. San Pellegrino can go to hell. They know what they do. Okay, speed it up. Want to speed up combat? I was doing it as we speak. Oh, it's a toggle. It's a toggle. You're not dead, but you will be dead. You do 7 damage, so a Restore won't live for another turn, but that's okay. There you go. Super speed. You are deceased. Wonderful news. Not so much for you, but for me. Yeah, some spells can only be played once per battle. What do we got on regen there? 6 regen? You become very difficult to... No, you still die on the second turn. Doesn't really matter, but... Okay, Welder Helper. I'm not great with the imps, as you'll know. I tend to be a little bit. Well, you know what? I actually like that with an imp, you can summon a Welder Helper at the back, put the armor on your champion to defend the multi-strike Animus a little bit more, and then torch the imp if you wanted to get some capacity back. Has this always been armor 20? Like that's a lot. Malding Imp, also good, but we already have so many. We have so many spells that do damage. I feel like our units need some more survival. Restoration, Detonation, restore 10 health, and it used to be 2x, right? Now it's 5x. That's kind of amazing. We don't really have tanky units though. I think you put Sharpen on your multi-strike units instead. Okay, Free Relic. You always go Free Relic here. And by always, I mean this time specifically. At the start of turn, add a Sting spell to your hand. 50% chance to apply Dazed. I mean, give me a Sting spell every turn. That's also like a draw every turn past the first one. Oh, man. What the heck is Cultivate? Increase the attack and health of the friendly unit with the lowest health by the Cultivate value. So if we heal the Awoken Hollow on a floor, or on a floor where they have a unit behind them, like maybe the multi-strike unit, this will add 2 damage to the multi-strike Animus every time they heal. That seems incredible. Like, I love the spikes too, don't get me wrong. It will buff until it gets stronger than it. Okay, that makes sense. Hello, historian. Purge means you only play it one time. Oh, look at that. Usually, where X, gain 40X gold, where X is the amount of energy you pay for it. I mean, petty theft is okay. You get 50 gold just for getting the kill? Jeez Louise, man. I mean, give me petty theft. I've always taken petty theft, but, you know, the more I get into these card games, the more I'm like, you got to remember that, like, when a card exhausts itself, it's actually a good thing for your deck. Most of the time. It's just a better Torch. It's true, but Torch kind of sucks. Don't even tell me Daedalus is like, oh, he's so annoying. He's fine, man. Don't even worry about him. Don't you know I'm Loki? Okay, he's got damage shield. Nullify the next source of damage you get. And then he explodes one time. No sweat, man. So you definitely sting with a cut from his new album. We definitely destroy you and get 50 gold for the future. And then I think we ignore this floor. And instead, we put an Animus up here, knowing we're going to draw a unit next turn. It's not Daedalus, it's Daedalus. That's for me to know and you to find out. We want to put the Animus up there. Or, sorry, the large Animus. We're going to put our champion on the top floor then. And, I mean, I'm not really going to send a train steward in just to die. So, let's put you here to defend our champion a little bit. I think we're still going to be fine. You might take some pyre damage at some point. We really just need to draw large man here. And we did because of the way that I think unit weighting works in this game. Absolutely beautiful. You have a damage shield. Our train steward... actually, our train steward might not die. So let's... Doesn't really matter how you play it. It costs the same. One of these. One of these. And then we'll give you a quick little heal, which will also make our other unit better. Oh, baby. And again, the scaling factor has come into play. Now this... The large enemy here, don't you have like an incant trigger or something? Every time I play a spell on the floor, you get one attack. Unfortunately, I have to play some spells on this floor. Like, I gotta do this. And I gotta do this. Now you're living. We're just gonna buff again. He's gonna be okay, because, well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. It's good damage no matter what. He's gonna live through this turn. All we need is the Wildwood Sap, which we drew, thankfully. Okay, so this is this easy money. Right up here, you're just gonna drop a Wildwood Sap on this. And, like, the stings are getting out of control. You do 2 damage. I don't even care to hit you then. Let's just... Oh, you're getting a heck of an incant synergy, but something tells me that's not going to matter. You know, you don't have any, like, regen trigger right now. Oh, you do have... Oh, because you do have regen trigger because of Wildwood Sap. What am I talking about? I think it's best to just keep this rolling right here. And then we'll smoke you next turn with our stings. I suppose we don't need to keep our train steward alive, but there's like a part of me that, you know, it would be nice. In the meantime, though, let's hit you with one of those. You're taking 3 damage, which is like nothing. I don't necessarily want the steward to die, because it absorbing some hits from the Daedalus would be positive. Let's just make sure you're getting... freaking toasted here. Then a welder helper. It's like a very weird place to use it, but you're doing 2-4. You know what? I can get away with that. I think we've got like easy wins incoming. After this, they should just unlock Covenant rank 26, as far as I'm concerned. Petty theft for some gold. We're gonna get strong as heck in the future. We're actually, like, gaining HP for the time being. And, oh, you know what I was gonna say? So now I'm looking at the cultivate, triggers. And I'm like, okay. So it's gonna cultivate back animus, and then it's gonna cultivate front animus, back animus, front animus, back animus, front animus, back animus, front animus. So it's still gonna work. It's just gonna apply it to itself sometimes. All right. Well, in that case, get stung. With a sharp thing in your face, you get stung. I want to get with you and take your picture. Either way, I'll tell you what. Like, you know what? Why don't we apply this +4 to you, which will then allow all of the cultivate triggers to hit the animus instead. That really makes no sense, huh? I think we should have done it the other way. Whatever, we got the kill regardless. Send it. It looks at total HP. Oh, that's right, it's based on HP. It's not based on attack power. Okay, okay. Good to know. Based on health. Either way, it went pretty well. Double the amount of armor. Consume 2x rage and armor. Cycle of life. Apply +10 HP and spikes 3. I mean, I'm in like a skip mindset here, honestly. Trying to think if I'll even have... And then I'm trying to think, at the end of every boss fight, you get to choose whether you want more draw, more capacity, or more energy. Yeah. I'm a skip main on this one. We definitely need more floors. A Demon Fiend can get pretty sick. We're probably going to take extra energy anyway. I think we'll roll Demon Fiend on this one. And I will take energy. By the end of my original Monster Train experience, I'd come to respect draw. And I always respected capacity. It depends on the character that you, or the Covenant, or the faction that you're going to play as. Duplicate a card. Hellhorn Banner. Pyre Hell. You got to go this way. So you dupe a card. I honestly think a second Wildwood Sap would hit the spot. I think you can start to chunk some of these Train Stewards or maybe some of these torches. Let's go Train Stewards first. Hellhorn Banner. So we really need something that works with our champion. Although our champion didn't get stronger yet. Oh, that's probably happening next, right? They both cost 1. Multi-strike. I feel like you take this because it could also work with the large hollow. More armor, more multi-strike. You know, I think you just take Hornbreaker Prince. And I think... now I think you make him stronger. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Trials? Don't mind if I do. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike. Trial always on, as Malf says. 0 times 2, 1 times 2. Big whoop. Get owns. Get a Hornbreaker Prince out there. Play your Sting. Play an Animus of Will 1 step. You could even do it 2 steps up if you wanted to give yourself a little bit more time. I don't know what I'm going to do with my HP, though. Or my torch. I mean, you got so much HP, it seems like a bit of a waste, but what are you going to do? You give a little bit of, like, a floor in the middle. Just to build up some more strength. Okay, you killed the fairy easily on this one. Look at this. Thanks for the gold. You're killing me. That's not good. I would prefer if that didn't happen. So, the shield guy has multi-strike. You're not wrong. He also does do 0 damage, though. So 0, no matter how many times they want to roll it, I'm not sweating it too much. You are doing too much damage. My Awoken Hollow will definitely die. And there's not really any getting around it. Let's put you up here. I think we're going to take some hits. We could at least get... hold on. No, there's a way you live. Yeah, okay, we just kill you instead. Got close, but no cigar. We could really use a Wildwood Sap on this one. Okay. I still... If I could... Do you have one regen as is? You don't. Okay, this time I... Oh, if I could put armor on you, but I can't. You're gonna die. You could use the armor, honestly. You could also use the armor. Well, use your brain. You're gonna take pyre damage sometimes. You gotta remember, pyre damage is a resource. This is regen 5. We'll still die unless we can kill you. And we can't kill you. So we'll Hornbreak you because you're annoying. Welder Helper to lead to your demise. You're doing 10 damage. So we're taking a hit for 5. We should still... I don't even think this will apply. Okay, in that case, play this. Play that. You're taking 10 damage on 20 armor. Nobody really benefits from the heal then, unfortunately. We could always just, you know, fit a Train Steward in front of the Animus and hope for the best. It's the multi-strike, man. It's one of the hardest trials in the game to turn on. You're taking 10 damage. That's unsweatable. Wildwood Sap still is not really applicable. +4 and spikes. You're gonna laugh at me, but I think you apply that to this Animus. They're likely to live a little bit longer. You're gonna die if we play this. Not until you do your damage, but that's okay. One of the most hardened, hiddenest safeties in the league. What, one of my regrettably most quoted videos? It is a classic, though. Okay. Owns. Not owns. These guys dying is not acceptable. I'm sorry, I don't accept that. You dying, I can completely live with. I am wondering, like, depending on what comes out next, stacking up, like, 2 regen on you could do something. Let's hit you and apply 1 regen for no reason. Just because it's fun. This is where life is pain. What? Wait, excuse me, where did Demon Fiend come from? Didn't it die? Oh no, we couldn't place it earlier. Yo, I wouldn't say saved, but helped. Definitely helped. There's only one place you even fit. Put you here. And then just let it ride, man. Can't place it anywhere? I'm willing to debate you on that one. Hey, the boss is half dead. We are gonna have like a bunch of garbage added to our deck, because I think every time these guys attack, don't they? Or no, every time a turn ends, they add garbage into your deck. But life goes on. Why not in front? Oh, I didn't think about that. Woo! Okay, 12 damage. You guys are pogging. Okay, the double sting is great stuff. I think you just get this sharpen going right up here. I'm a little skeptical. We're not even like doing anything on this turn, but sorry, our pyre only needs to hit you 4 times. How much damage do you do? 12? Oh, we're cruising. You guys, you're honestly, your cowardice is showing. Tank in the back meta is back. Yeah, baby, frick yeah. Man, if only I could get you to live for a turn. Although you guys are dying to what? Hit. I don't know. I don't really care what's killing you. Oh, they're dying to the spikes, of course. Oh, we live long enough to... Oh, because they only got to attack once the first time. Okay, yeah, because the spikes killed them. Understood. It still worked out really well. Your Pyre does more damage. I'll take. This is a skip for me. I'm a thin deck sort of guy. I think Glimmer's always fun because it does AoE, but 2 damage AoE is not that spectacular. I feel like I could actually make a Restoration Detonation work now as a means to keep our Hollow awake, or alive, I should say, until things really start to pop. I'm really looking, like, to be honest with you, for... let's get rid of 2 of these. I'm looking for a unit upgrader so I can spend my money over there. But I'll look at a spell upgrader. Plus 20 in consume. Usually, I mean, I don't even mind applying this to a petty theft, but I think it's better to apply to a... I don't know. Actually, let's apply it to a petty theft. I'm for it. Holdover, if you could maybe get... You know what? Get +4 + spikes on holdover. And then also make it cost 1. Should be able to add the spikes and attack much more regularly. Remove a card from your deck. Cut a basic torch. How's the UX? Honestly, like, it's fine. I was gonna set like a prop bet on like how long until we hit the end turn button by accident, because that's what happens to me in Slay the Spire constantly. But this time, I mean, trial always on, right? It hasn't happened. It's taken me a second to get used to it, but now it feels like you know, it feels pretty much the same as playing on keyboard and mouse. All units go to full HP when they move up a floor. That's tough, man. That's tough. I leave it off for now. I'm content being a coward. Stealth equals cannot be targeted. Oh, really? Because you seem kind of targeted. So let's ignore bottom floor for now. Give me a Hornbreaker Prince. Give him some armor. And then pass turn. I didn't realize I was watching a baby play this game. Hey, I might be a baby, but at least wah 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 craps diaper. Bodied. Okay. Owns. You need an Awoken Hollow. You need an Animus of Will. You don't need anything else necessarily. Is the Gold Fairy dying? Yes. And we're taking 7 damage, which is essentially... well, you know what? Just play it like that. Now we're taking no damage. And we'll get regen going on you. Alrighty. Got gotten by a baby. My baby owns me, like, every day. So, I wouldn't take offense to it personally. You have some kind of trigger, right? If an enemy dies on the floor, you get 10 armor. That's correct. Well, I honestly think we still hit you hard. As hard as we can. We take 5 damage, no big deal. I think you just get, like... The great thing about regen is that once you get a stack of more than 1, it just keeps going. So this gives us a trigger, but it also generates triggers for future turns, which is very big for us. If I have Cultivate right. Which, I've been known to have it wrong. For sure. I've been known to have many things wrong when it comes to this game. Is NL desynced? Never mind, it's just his mouth moving in a weird way. Oh, well. No worries, I'll just try not to think about that for the rest of my life. Is my mouth moving in a weird way? I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. You've just given me a complex, I think. It's a tough one to get over. Okay, how much? You got 37 HP. So we're... oh, dude, obviously you just go like this. I don't even feel the need to horn break yet. I think you just go straight for the next cultivate. Now we got a 19x3 Animus. We'll sting you. Yeah, if you ever have desync or you're listening to the song and you think that I've done something to deliberately pitch it into a minor key instead of the major key, you just hit refresh. Like sometime I thought it was a bit. I was watching Chib one time and he was playing like Super Mario Sunshine music, but instead of the normal like ding 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 ding, it was like a Halloween version of it. I thought he just downloaded cursed music to like troll his streamers or troll his viewers, and then it turns out it's just a Twitch thing. In my defense, it does sound like something you could see him doing, but you know what? Why don't you take the spikes on this one? And then, honestly, you know, we'll just put a train steward. Even though you've got spikes, it was mostly for the attack there. I'll just put a train steward at the front to body you a little bit. Final wave. Multi-strike units, kind of annoying. I mean, I do want like a Demon Fiend to be out there, but it might not be our best play. Like with Restore, it's very... It's some like a default Demon Fiend is like not as good as just spending more to get a fully powered up Super Animus up here. I got to get out of the mindset. But what we definitely do want to do is kill the stealth units. You're doing 29 damage, but it's not that much, so we'll go Aya and Aya. Fiend is 100 damage. I mean, yes, I mean, like, it has a 50 damage attack. But, like, what's worth more? The 100 damage for 4 energy? Or... that gave us another 6 times the amount of turns they live, plus another 4 times the amount of turns they live, which seems low, but like this thing's gonna live forever. I think the Animus was the right play there, sincerely. Now this one is just like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do on this one. 37 times 3. Another +4 for you, please. I mean, Horn Break for 10? Nah, man. Because there's another 6, and there's another 6, so that's already 12 by itself. It's over, man. Spikes on the tank does make a lot of sense as well. Yeah, $1 million or $5 a day for the rest of your life. It's called passive income, and once you understand it, it will change your life. Honestly, if someone gave me a book called How to Beat a Boss, or just had me beat the boss, I would take the book. And the fact that a lot of people wouldn't is very sad. It says a lot about our society. Hey, +2, thank you. 5 damage, armor 20. When you have, and this is what's cool again, if you haven't played Monster Trainer, you've never seen it even, there's 5 or 6 factions in the game, I can't remember, and you take 2 of them every time you play, and they all have their own cards and mechanics. So, you know, a card like Branding Right, and the way you chop and screw them gets really interesting. A card like Branding Right, if you're in a deck that maybe doesn't have a lot of heals, you're like, oh man, is it worth it to do 5 HP to my unit in order to apply 20 armor? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Is that worth 2 energy? I don't know. But when you're looking at a deck like this one where you have like so many heals because you've got the Green Covenant, the Awoken, you're like, oh, 5 damage to apply 20 armor? That's like, that's a steal, man. That being said, I still don't know if I'm going to take it. But there's so many different ways to heal that, like, this seems fantastic to me. I'm a focus growth boy, I think. In Rage, I do underrate Rage. It's probably my most underrated mechanic. When you summon your first imp, each turn, gain 1 and draw 1. When you draw any non-champion, its cost is randomized between 1 and 3. Draw +3 each turn. So this is like the Snecko Eye. The problem is I have a 0-cost card getting added to my hand every single turn. Maybe I'm not technically drawing it, so it wouldn't trigger it, but I think this is too dangerous. Instead, I mean, I have 1 imp, so you're like, do I want 25 gold or 1 energy and 1 draw every fight? Probably 1 energy and 1 draw every fight. 25 gold is not a ton. Okay. I would like to reroll the shop. Although, you know, to be honest, actually, wrong. Endless Imp now has a synergy. We summon the imp, we kill it ourselves. We summon the imp, we get an energy refund, we get a draw, we apply 20 armor to the front unit. We kill it ourselves, it comes back next turn, and we keep cycling. Okay. Then, usually, you just, you know, pog out of your freaking mind on, like, your Animus unit. But keep in mind, you got to be careful giving the Animus more HP. Because then they won't get as many Cultivate triggers, but I'll start there, and then I think, honestly, like, make you perhaps playable. Does this work? Totally works, man. Then you can take a large stone. Awoken Hollow has 75 HP. When you get it to full, large stone is always fun, but I think you start with this incredible play right here. If we ever get to play our Demon Fiend, that's kind of sick. I don't know. I think you always put large stone on like a multi-strike unit, in my opinion. Or yeah, I guess you put it on the demon and then give the demon multi-strike later. But I wouldn't mind you starting with some extra HP. Large stone imp. That's one way to do it. I'm not saying it's the way to do it, but it is one way to do it. All right. Have you always been able to remove as many cards as you want at a shop? Like, this is all new to me, man. You have been? The cost just goes up? Jeez Louise, it's a new era for me, man. I mean, this deck is getting super strong. How are you gonna kill the imp now? Piercing Horn? Piercing Horn? Can Piercing Horn target a companion? It only targets enemies? I could just put it in the front and it could die, but I thought it could target, oh, I hate you, man. I hate you. You're adding garbage to my hand every turn. We gotta make a sick bottom floor. You're strong enough to just kind of like wild out. We're gonna get the Animus popping up here. You know what? We'd actually like to kill you faster. Like, kill the backline minion faster. Why don't you just get out there? Hit you with one of those. Now you're at least dying. Five pyre damage kind of sucks, but I do like the idea of having spikes on you so that most enemies won't, and we'll just do this. Most enemies won't even make it a floor. Yeah, okay. Feeling very solid here. We got cool Animus. Don't you know you're a cool Animus? Cool Animus. We might as well just summon you. And then I'm like, oh, it works! Owned. All is forgiven. You get super duper strong. Although, sharpen costs 1, right? Yeah, I think I'd rather have Sharpen out there and just get this guy spiked out of his freaking mind. He has multi-strike on him, too. It does nothing but is cool. With Endless, doesn't it come back next turn, or does it just go into our draw pile? I thought it came back next turn. Well, it did come back next turn, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I'm never going to be able to fit it on a floor. But I guess, okay, that's a good point. We'll actually just get capacity after this, I think. Yeah. We'll get capacity after this boss fight, and life next floor will be frickin' sick, man. You don't even frickin' know. I mean, I'm still a believer in giving you spikes, but you getting a bunch of regen is nice, too. Yeah, we need space here. Placed on top of the draw pile. Well, no longer. No longer. Always a sting. Always a Wildwood Sap. 5 damage piercing to add 20 armor is kinda sick, but also kind of expensive. Probably should have petty thefted you, but whatever. Life goes on. We don't really need the armor yet because we have so much healing. I think that I'm not even sure we should have taken that card, honestly. And please, for the love of God, stop insulting Welder Helper, okay? Is doing his best. You both dying? Not quite. It's a good card. Stop insulting. That's what I'm saying, man. I think it's not that bad. I think as soon as we get capacity, everybody's gonna deny that they were a doubter for Welder Helper. Just prepare yourself. It's coming. They're gonna be like, oh, it's really good, and I was always there for it in its times of trouble. But we'll know. We'll all know. One of these days, this Demon Fiend is going to be playable, too. And I can't wait. One of these days, when I get out as well, there's going to be Carnage. Why don't we just give you one of those? And a Train Steward. I mean, we could put you here and then put a Demon Fiend out there as well. Welder Helper. Look, hey, it's doing something. Look, it cycled itself, and now we've got armor on our Train Steward. It took a second. It did not, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, even though all the roads lead there. You need to heal yourself a little bit, and we're doing a ton of damage now. This is lovely. And then now you get out of here. Final wave. Are you dying? You're taking 200 damage? That's like so little. Whoops. We at least want to play it because the armor's nice. I don't know if we continue to apply it, though. So you're doing 59. Spikes is always going to be nice on you. Demon Fiend? Yeah, it doesn't fit anymore. I guess we could kill this and then play a Demon Fiend in the back. But the Demon Fiend is only going to do like 100 damage. I know that seems like a lot, but I feel like you can do better. I don't know where, though. Even like 4 spikes on this guy with 4 damage, I'm like, are we going to get hit 25 times? No, obviously that's ridiculous. It's a very good point. If I could just give you this, you get to do 1 more attack. Now you're doing 356 damage. We're not going to get you any further than that. And then on you, I'm like, honestly, just take some more regen. This is probably going to add like 150 damage. And then... Oh, we don't have enough amber for that. This does like 50 in and of itself. That's not too bad. It's all about Krendor playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, by the way. It wouldn't be a Switch segment if we didn't have Krendor logging into play some Animal Crossing. It's you can set your watch to it. You should be dead. Yeah, I didn't think you could stand up to too much of this. Also, having 5 stings doesn't hurt. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. And then we go for capacity next. I know people are like, you're spending 2 energy to get 1 energy and 1 draw. First off, that's not necessarily an absolutely terrible deal. Secondly, we're also getting 20 armor. We're getting 20 armor out of it. I don't think reinforces the pop we need. Donkey. Channel Song is good. I feel like you always draw it after you draw units, though, just due to the way that it works. But, you know, let's take it. We're going to take some capacity. Channel seems to miss because you draw units before spells. That's my assessment. We love a free relic. Oh, this. What if you draw your imp with it? There you go. We don't have any rage yet, even though it would be great with multi-strike. So let's apply daze to units that are below the pyre. That's pretty good. I mean, at this point, you absolutely have to add multi-strike to your Demon Fiend. Unless you wanted to add it to your oh, our imp is already full, sorry. There you go, he's back! You don't need a 26 HP Welder Helper. I'm just being honest, like... Oh, it's not full. It would have been if I put it on. That's right. Yeah. That's the play. It would be impossible to kill him. What a world where impossible to kill is a bad thing now. We don't need the gold, man. Just cruise this a little bit. Just cruise it. Early Demon Fiend. I think we actually want to let it go by. So that Channel Song can hit it later. The alternative is we could just play it and use like a, oh, we can't even use a Train Steward. I was gonna say as protection, but actually I think your protection for the champion, even though the champion's weaker than you. 6 damage. If I hit you with this, we should kill the backline unit. Hey, math. Still no Channel Song, but one day, Awoken Hollow, Animus of Will, Sting on the bottom floor is exactly the math we're looking for. Multi-strike equals spikes on the frontline unit. And then extreme regen right there. Yeah, I'm like, we're only either getting a Train Steward or an Imp on Channel Song, right? I know I said I wasn't going to play it, but it's going to be kind of hilarious, so I think I gotta play it. Great stuff. We'd love to do a little more, though. Why don't we, yeah, let's sharpen you back here. Everything's going according to plan so far, so I'm not sweating this. Just keep yourself regenning. Everything we do is working out super well right now. Hey, we have Channel Song. 1 unit available. I'm 100% positive it's a Train Steward. But, you know, I mean, like, that's okay. Genuinely. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but it's okay. I think we just have a better yield from, like, doing something like that. And then playing your Horned Warrior, like, one floor up. I don't really care whether it hits the Imp or the Train Steward. It just, you know, I didn't think they were as good as the cards that we had instead. Okay. Lot of madness here. It would be nice if that had worked, but life goes on. You're getting super strong up here. As long as we still maintain, like, focus growth so we can heal the Demon Fiend, like, I mean, we made some mistakes on this run, but it seems very unlikely that we're going to face any serious threat. Which means, and I don't think you need me to tell you this, it means 100% win rate. Am I right or am I right? On the Switch version, at least. I command you to stop. Well, look, I'm not gonna. What I will do, though, is give you 20 armor to the front unit and then literally just end my turn. No channel song required. I mean, I don't see... I know you're laughing at, like, the idea that this is comedic timing bait, but how on earth could we possibly lose? Like, are you seeing the damage output we got here? We didn't even lose a single unit. Dude, okay. I don't think it's gonna work. But imagine if important work actually works for us. I think it's just not that good. That's a skip. That's a rare skip for me. And do we make the deck more consistent? Yeah. Well, do we want unit upgrades? I don't know if we really need unit upgrades. I feel like our deck is... Like, you're a champion. You're tapped. You're tapped. You're tapped. You're tapped. And then we have a Train Steward and an Imp. No. We want to go over here then. Over here, I should say. Get some trinkets. Two ornate chests. Do you break off some pyre to get what's inside? Yeah. Get rid of my petty theft for 175 coins. That's like a dream come true. We don't care about petty theft at all. That's a lot of money. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less are reduced to 0. Very good. Very good. 2 damage to an enemy when it moves between floors. Yeah. I mean, a Dazed Pyre's not so bad either, but... This is like, it allows us to go wide. Something we haven't necessarily struggled with, but... Yeah, we got some 2-cost spells. Focus growth, branding. I'm pleased with this. Remove half of buffs and debuffs. Not bad at all. It screws up our heals, but not by a ton. Okay, so we got 28 damage coming out turn 1. Not a problem. Regen killer. Forgive me, I'm skeptical. And I think, what, 6, it's based on health. I think we do this with our champion. And I think our champion is going to get disgusting. As long as our tank survives, like, this is going to get nasty. Whoops, what have I done? Oh, we can just hit Y for end turn. Okay. Right now, he's only doing 40 damage. Not a big deal. I'm willing to wait for it. Okay, Jack Strips is doing some stuff. Demon Fiend, also great. You know how she goes, though. We definitely need this. We don't need to play our other Restore. I definitely don't mind a Hornbreak right here. Only taking 28 damage. 2 energy remains. Probably should have played the Demon Fiend now that I look at it. Also, we do this in a different order, okay? Because this makes it free. Yeah. We should have done it. The order was all screwed up, but that's okay. Jack strips, please. Regen's been killed a little bit, but this is what it's all about, man. You play a Welder Helper, and then you wait for important sacrifice for it. You need to get like a super heal. Lucky us. You could channel Song the Demon Fiend. You're absolutely right. Oh, and then honestly, I don't even think he's gonna get any work in, but you can just chill on the top floor. Don't let me stop you. It's over, man. I'm in the consume pile. You're in her DMs, I'm in her consume pile. We're not the same. Owned, okay. Important work. This is you sacrifice the imp, gain 1, draw 1, play the imp. Oh, baby! I mean, you're dazed. I'm not even sweating you. Look at this. Then sharpen with holdover is like the last thing we needed, in a good way, because then that's an extra 20 damage every time we play it. You're also losing your mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Train Steward. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with you, man. I don't know. Like, I'd rather get you out of the deck. No. Don't be a fool. Right. And remember, oh, the imp is stealing our buffs. He's stealing my cultivates, man. That being said, he is 11-11. Jeez Louise. Important work. Important work. Okay, remember you've got the anvil. Hurt a unit for armor. I think we hurt you for armor, so you have more space for regen triggers. Then every spell is free. Let's try to punch through a little. Stop buffing the imp. Okay, you're absolutely right. Kill this imp. Ooh, he can't die. He's getting so strong, man. But I mean, it's still the right play to do this. He can't be killed. Look at this. He's gaining HP on this. He can't die, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to. Well, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to sack him with important work and then put him on a different floor. Please stop praying for him. He's too strong. Important work, please. Important work no longer exists in the deck. That's not great for me. Tell you, play your most expensive spell first. I'm gonna put it on you because the imp doesn't need any more help. Both dying. Great news. Don't take that out of context. Bet if I hit you... No, you know what you do? It's so simple. Forget about jack strips, man. Go ahead, eat the buff. We'll just put sharpen on the front. And even though it costs us the damage from the back, it makes sure any unit that attacks us gets killed. So that's easy enough. And then Hornbreak. I'm like, I don't really care, man. We'll put it on you for now. Yeah, I feel like our imp is like the stealth pick for actually like getting the boss kill right now. It's true, you could Hornbreak the champion so he has lower HP and starts getting the buff. Hand full. Okay, this is... I mean, we do have a 25-15 unit that we're sacrificing. But in my defense, I don't like him. Oh, we drew him. Okay. Now... Why don't you just go ahead and make your Demon Fiend a little better here. You play your most costly spell. And now we got the cycle. Okay, now the cycle is going. He's back. 36 times 5, still pretty good. Everybody's dying. I mean, you could horn break the boss, I guess, for 10, but I think sometimes it's better to just kill an enemy that otherwise would have attacked and let a unit live to do like 500 damage. Wait, the imp keeps the buffs? What the heck? He's 25-25. Bye-bye! And then he comes back, and then we play him again. Okay. Meep, meep, by the way. Little branding right. How are you not dying? Like, that's... I'm just surprised that you're not dying. You gotta go. How much damage? 1,500. Okay, that's a lot. 1,700. 1804. Great year. Said nobody ever. $18.48. Owned. GG. Many people thought I couldn't do it. But keep in mind, I've beaten Covenant rank 25. Not as every faction. That's quite a lot of time. There's a 4th speed. There is. Oh, I thought it was like a happy face of somebody who's like, you know, I'm having a casual time. Just watching the animations go by at like half speed. I didn't realize it was the face of like, whoa. So let's see what we get on. Well, I mean, Frozen Heart. Oh, did we do it? Did we win? My mistake. Score 36,000. Unlocked Covenant rank 1. Unlocked March of Shields. Oh, look at these unlocks, man. Impressive. Unbroken Horn. Spreading Spores. Super Spikes. Oh, I'm giving you another one. Just allow me to take a little interlude here to say thank you again to Good Shepherd for sponsoring. Oh, dude, I love seeing my little Kappa avatar down there in the bottom left. I'm so used to seeing like Ruka's face down there, but that's so good. 9 more spells and we would have been able to play Stygian. But thank you to Good Shepherd for the sponsorship to play some Monster Train. We're celebrating the Switch release. It came out literally today. And you're really only seeing a fraction of the surface, okay? Because we're going to end up doing a red-green run again. Maybe we'll do a green-red. But there's 6 factions. And then every faction also has an alternate champion that also has an alternate card that gets added to your deck with new mechanics. And then also, of course, the randomize button. And then the Covenant rank, which is kind of like Ascension and Slay the Spire. But yeah, we'll go Covenant 1 with a Woken regular champion. And then Hellhorn is the secondary. And start it up. But thanks again for the sponsorship. Exclamation point Monster Train. And you can check it out for yourself. Came out on Switch today. Hornbrick, Wildwood Custodian, Restoration Detonation, Professor Daedalus, Damage Shield Explosives. Multi-strike Guardians that have Rage is a little annoying. Friendly units enter with Sap 3. Also very annoying for making sure that we can do no damage. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Take on Pact Shards in exchange for more rewards. If you defeat Seraph with 100 or more, you will unlock the true final battle. Okay. We'll see. Cultivate. Revenge is Cultivate 1. I feel like you gotta go with Cultivate. I'm still getting used to it. So this will actually make herself stronger right now. Plus there's the extra draw on top of it. Cards come with a random upgrade when a card is consumed to restore pyre health. I mean, units come pre-upgraded. Seems mighty interesting. Of course I'm taking the shards. Threat level, Topaz. Enemy units appear at the start of each floor. I'll turn that on. 75 gold, I'll turn that on. Shards are like the way you get to the so-called true ending. So Cultivate is going to make the unit stronger. We could also make a Wildwood Custodian stronger, I suppose. We need to play the Cultivate so that you actually start doing some damage in general. Even though it won't happen until the end of the turn, unfortunately. So I think our Pyre is going to take a small hit, but that's not so bad. Oh, her Cultivate triggers on Revenge. That's right. Not regen. So why am I regenning you? Great question. It is a great question. So we like a Train Steward. That'll on Revenge, that'll get some extra. So are we gonna cultivate 4 here? Which means that the Train Steward will become a 9/8, right? I think that's how I see this working. Let's see if I played it forward properly. An 8/11? What? Oh, it also increases HP by 1. Okay, all right. I'm starting to figure it out. It's not Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, you're at 38 HP. Let's just torch you, man. You're not getting hit anyway. It's because you killed one of the units. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Okay, you've got to go. I feel like I should get hit to make the Train Steward stronger, which has unlocked the Stygian Guard for us. What incredible news. And then more draw? I don't know. I don't really care to make a Wildwood Custodian that much better, but let's get this going. I think you'll live the exact same amount when you attack our Pyre, but all right. The first fight in many ways is like the toughest because you're trying to figure out how to actually like play the deck that you've created for yourself. But now I'm like, now I got it. Look at that. You're dying. We face no consequences for being bad. And as a result, we're feeling great. Why specifically Rome? I don't know, because people have a big old hard-on for Rome. Like, people will still, like, it was 1,700 years ago when, like, Rome fell, and people are still like, oh, you know, the Roman Empire, back in the Roman Empire, people had character. Nowadays, all these kids on their phones. Okay, Permafrost. Cheap Restoration Detonation or a Holdover Steel Enhancer? All of these, I think, are great. I think that all of these are very good. I'm like, I agree. Steel Enhancer was the one that I looked to the most. And a Molten Imp or a Permafrost Rage 10. I mean, Rage 10 is interesting. Molten Imp. I kind of like an endless Molten Imp. Or Molting Imp, which is what we were doing last time, but with a worse imp. Like, this is just going to wipe a floor and get crapped on. That's great news. We need units that do some damage. I will go ahead. Go ahead, make enemies stronger. See if I care. Burnout 1? That's horrible. What is this? You have a Battle Stone? I'm okay with it. I can live with this. Armor 5 to friendly units. That's just legit, like, disastrous. But you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Rage 7. It is kind of funny to think about spawning an endless molting imp that then attacks for 15 damage. That's a pretty good one-cost spell. Multi-strike is always good. It'll die instantly? Why? Enemies attack first. Yeah, but he'll be at the back. It'll die with honor. I guess you could just spawn him at the front. That's a good point. He could at least weather a single hit. Yeah, it's a good... Okay, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. I mean, you're gonna laugh at me, okay? I kind of feel like you can just make, like, a great train steward. And it doesn't appeal to me all that much, but... if we could make one super train steward... maybe that would be enough for me. Comes out with Rage 7. 40 damage that decays. I'm a believer in the one big steward strategy. Quick unit attacks first. Oh, really? Would he die first? This is actually pretty terrible, though. I don't need to remove anything. Not necessary. That won't be necessary. Somebody stop him. He's drunk high. Nah. These are easy wins. Even with the trial on. I've won Covenant 25 with a Steward and Primordium as my only units. I don't even know what the heck Primordium is, but the Steward stuff sounds great to me. How much damage you doing here? Not enough to frighten me. We could make a cool Steelworker. Although, you know what? We should really cultivate our Train Steward as much as it seems kind of humorous. Is this cool, Train Steward? Absolutely not. Let's just put a Steelworker up here. You're doing great work. Keep it up. And then you'll just chill out right here. And then everything else is A-okay. You're not doing that much damage. I'm not sweating it. Excuse me. I was promised a cool Train Steward. And that has not happened as of yet. You gotta go. Why don't you get out of my deck? What are we playing behind you? Train Steward. Which means we can totally put a Wildwood Guardian down for extra draw. Okay. Thank God we got some heals. This is what... oh, but now this... son of a... This guy's gonna get all my buffs, man. Whatever. He's still pretty good. Copium. He's still pretty good, Copium. Get owns? I'm still dying, but I don't care. Get busy living or get busy dying. Okay, as much heal as possible, please. Restoration, Detonation. That's a big one. Steel. That's a big one. Hornbreak. That's a big one. Are you dead? You are dead. Look at that. Everyone laughed at me. Well, who's laughing now? Oh, and you know what? Now we get to draft the best unit of all time. I'm going to say an Animus of Will with Large Stone is incoming. That's my prediction. Cool. Dude, I love that these are coming with a stone already made. Permafrost Sting does not seem that amazing. Vine Grasp for 13 seems kind of sick, but I think we need more heals. Like, I mean, not in a bad way, but in a good way. So we have Permafrost Ascend, Large Stone Pyre Chomper, and Battlestone Molting Imp. It's the biggest imp I've ever seen in my life. I think this you can live with. And then Consumer of Crowns with a Battlestone. We only have one imp. We can't get him out there. What a hey, sweep with 3 damage shield. I'm okay with that. We gotta get another floor going here. Merchant of Magic or an Awoken unit. Let's upgrade some spells. Isn't the Divine Temple? Yeah, you can it's another store basically. Choose every boring card challenge. What are you talking about? Sweep is not boring. At least it's not vacuum. I will lose 5 Pyre Health to get an artifact. I will lose 5 Pyre Health to get an artifact. I will lose 5 Pyre Health to get an artifact. Ooh! Have big balls and get the best relic in the game challenge. Oh, whoops, I already did it by accident. Upgrade a spell. Upgrade a spell. Is this what it costs or what it gives us? Sacrifice a unit to infuse its essence into another unit. Dude, let's... Essence, plus 30 HP. Summon, deal 15 damage to enemy units. Apply on resolve. Essence, plus 5, plus 15. Essence... Oh, dude, sacrifice the Custodian. For sure. To give draw to a better unit. To the imp? No, I don't... I don't think to the imp. Because the imp we're going to put at the front, they're going to die every turn anyway. Yeah, I think it's either Steelworker or Train Steward. I don't think it really matters. The Steelworker is probably tankier. Definitely tankier. And dankier. So enemies are going to be hard now. Plus 10 magic power and pierce. What the heck is Spell Chain? When played, a copy will be added to your hand. It costs plus 1 and gains Purge. Hey, everybody, this is Purge. It's kind of interesting. Like, if something costs 0, like Steel Enhancer, you could play it, then play it again with Purge, but we don't have that kind of... Maybe we... I'm going to be honest, I think we do have that kind of energy. We're already in red level difficulty, though. I'm getting a little scared. But... it's okay. So, holdover on something. I mean, a holdover restoration detonation that costs 1 less is still good. I'm not mad. Then we'll basically get rid of a torch. And then... I don't think we need anything to be cheaper. Start removing some stuff. Why don't you pull a bad torch? Are you winning, son? I mean, I feel like I am. I have no idea what your plan is. My plan is to win easily because, like Toad says in Mario Kart, I'm the best. This is Daedalus with damage shield. AKA, like, just give me my free capacity right now. Although we are on threat level 4. Which, that was added to the game, like, pretty close to when I washed out. So I think we, I don't really know how to deal with it. What I do know is, we don't need to kill you if we're just going to build on a different floor. So, why don't you eat one of those and call me in the morning? And then... we still want you to work with a train steward. The good train steward. You can just, you know, lose your mind up here. You feel free to just get exhausted from my deck because I hate you. And you're dead too. Look at that. I think that was an efficient use. Now here, okay, the cool Train Steward has to go here. And then don't play the Imp behind. This is a gimme. You play Molting Imp in front. 2 damage, an explosion. I think, in spite of how this might look, I still think you gotta put the Sweeper at the back. Chop through these units super quick. If the Sweeper dies, that I don't care. It's all about this floor right here. So we Steel Enhance you, which leads to us Steel Enhancing you. Quick holdover, Restoration, Detonation for no reason now I'm realizing. Well, no, not no reason. We'll get it in hand next turn. And there's no other place to play anything that gives us some value there anyway. So no sweat, no sweat. You play it to get it again. Yeah, it was on purpose. I wouldn't expect you to understand, but it was all on purpose, man. Of these, moving Sweep up here, the Sweeper I should say, is kind of interesting. They wouldn't eat our triggers for cultivation yet, which is kind of nice. I think you do send them there. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then we Steel Enhance. You all laughed at my Train Steward, man. You all laughed at my Train Steward. I don't think you play this one yet. It being in the deck is kind of... Oh, no, you know what? Because you're never going to play that 1-cost Molting Imp unless it kills something. We definitely do play it. And then we just do the holdover Restoration Detonation anyway. Yeah, we're going to win easily. I'm still laughing at the Train Steward. It's hilarious. It won't... I was going to say it won't be hilarious when it's frickin' your mom. But that's... honestly, just a little bit beneath me. Also, what do I know? It might be hilarious when it's frickin' your mom. To the tune of Judas Priest breaking the law. Frickin' your mom. Frickin' your mom. Anyway. Look at that. A little bit of damage dealt. We definitely want energy next floor. Or after this boss fight, rather. What we've got going on here is working super well. I would do it again. Bop, bop. You're only 4... Oh, you're 2 HP down? Well, we'll play it for, like, holdover purposes, but it's not that special. 15 damage. You know, I think you just play this anyway. Yeah. Good stuff. Now my stepdad is a beefy Train Steward. I hate the word beefy to describe a human being, but in this situation, I suppose I'll allow it. I really like a deck that plays itself. Like we're doing almost nothing. You hit our pyre once, I like literally don't care. I don't really know what to play though. I mean, I like having the Restoration Detonations just hanging out back there, I guess. And then the Ascend, I'm like, it's not really that relevant. You're only going to get 1 hit off anyway. Let's hit you with one of those. Yeah, this is the Switch version. Exclamation point Monster Train in chat. I don't want to Ascend the Imp. He does 1 damage. Like I'd rather just hold him there. Can you Horn Pierce your own unit for damage so you can Restoration Detonation? You absolutely can. That would have been a smart thing to consider. Permafrost Channel Song. A double stack Cycle of Life. It's going to be a little hard to afford. Spike 6 is kind of sick, though. Double the armor on a unit, like literally useless. But Channel Song, it just doesn't work, man. It tends to hit never. Though I hate to say it. It does have permafrost. It works. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. An Endless Demon Fiend. What the heck is Steel Singer? Endless. On summon, gain 80 max health. On rejuvenate, plus 1 damage permanently. With Endless, we've learned that it will keep its buffs when it comes back. Oh, permanently, like the Overgorger. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, anytime a card says permanently, that's like, it's a cheat code for just making sure you get it out there. I do love a free relic. We don't have a lot of gold right now, so shops are not that useful. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. No. We don't play volatile gauge, okay? I'm a serious gamer. I don't engage in meme-based tomfoolery of that sort. I try to build a nice deck that will work well. Dude, it's definitely Cultivate too. This Train Steward is going to be so strong. And take me to the Divine Temple, please. I will remember you. Will I sacrifice a unit to become another part of another unit? Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of feel like you could sack the Train Steward to become another Train Steward. Oh my god. Sacrifice Steel Singer. Plus 20. Plus 20 attack. Plus 40 HP. Plus 1 capacity. And plus rejuvenate. Gain 1. But it doesn't say rejuvenate. Gain 1 permanently. In which case I would definitely just make the greatest Train Steward of all time. I think you just sack this Train Steward. And then I'm just going to be straight up with you, man. You just turn him into another Train Steward. Train Steward infused with Train Steward. Upgrade a spell to gain Purge and cost 1 less. Yeah, man. Purge Stone? Why don't you get out of here? Value Stone costs 2 less. Energy's not really a problem right now. I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm a little nervous about how many like shards we're taking on here, but its threat level is Crimson. I don't even think we have any spells in our deck now that do damage. Now we might have a Piercing Horn, but it's not that big of a deal. This man is going to get stomped. At 100, do you spawn the boss immediately? This song for me is always like anyway, we want sorry, that was fun though. You come out here. You come out here. You go top floor. And then get some HP. And get stronger permanently. And we still have this. Does it pierce Spell Shield? That's so stupid. Lucky us. Okay. Channel Song has many targets. But it cannot hit the Train Steward yet. So we might wait a turn on this one, okay? Well, we kind of have to wait a turn on him. Well, we don't know where to put him. I guess we gotta put him here. I don't know, man. What are you even hitting right now? Do we have a unit that you can hit? One available? The Imp. As nice as it would be. Well, okay, use your brain. I don't think we really need a stronger sweeper. Does this count as a trigger? I don't believe so. But it's always nice to have. We'll heal you anyway. You're not doing very much damage. We might as well put you out there. Honest, we gotta wait for the Train Steward, man. You gotta wait. You just take some time. Wait him out. Ascend a unit. Well, hold on. We got Channel Song Permafrost. So we really, like, literally waited for a turn. That's not bad. It can only hit our cool Train Steward. Welcome to the party, pal. I think there's a number of different cool ways to do this. But I think what you do is ascend the Sweeper and then put the Steward back here so they can get those sweet, sweet Cultivate triggers. And because we want Cultivate triggers, we don't want the Imp to be at the front. But that is definitely the best place for them. What is... Oh, Purge. And it costs 0? Take one of those. You do get extra armor off that, huh? That's not great. That hurts you more than you gained. Oh, but you have Spell Shield. Never mind. Well, just eat this. Yeah, just eat this. This is... Our Pyre's going to take some damage here. I can live with that, though. Ah, it was only like 30. Okay, the Imp has returned. Now there's like some value here. And if you die, you die. It's actually like great for us. You're not dying yet. You need more heals. Like, as... Honestly, if we're killing you, we should probably just get as many of these out there as possible. So that you get even stronger in the future. This is for, you know, temporarily, we're going to take a little bit of a hit here. Yikes. But long term, it's all going to be worth it. I know how it looks right now, okay? Don't even worry about it. That Pyre's going to be... It's going to be top tier. You're chilling. Are you getting a kill? You're not getting a kill? You kind of stink, huh? Forget I said that. We're doing this just to try to get to the lethality required. Even though these are not technically heals, I suppose. We're going to be one shy. Unless we just... Yeah, just play that. That was not handled properly, but the Ascend is going to be good for us. You're taking 300 damage. You're taking 482 damage. So, I mean, the thing is, if we just ascend the backline unit, we'll kill you. But what we're going to do instead is think about our future. And our future is... hopefully not making you strong enough that you survive this. Our future is making this weird tree as strong as possible. You're lucky. You're close. I walk away for 3 minutes. He's on death's door. Tell me you something something without telling me you something something something. We're gonna win. Like the whole run. Probably easily. Because all of the bad stuff that happened to us on this floor happened to us because I was investing in Weird Tree for the future. So right now, it was a 2080 last time, like my video card. One moment, please. Double stack, Rooted 2 to the enemy unit. It's not bad. Engraft, it's not bad. Spikes 4, removes Consume. That's not bad. All of these are kind of good. I feel like Ensnare is just sick, though. Rooted 2 prevents a lot of Pyre damage. Impalate. Deal 15 damage for 0. Not that spectacular. An X cost double stack. Apply 4 X-1 Rage and Armor. Consume double stack. Apply Rage 6. But, so it's X-1. If we spend 0 energy, Doesn't that mean we're applying -4 armor? Checkmate. It doesn't go below 0? What if it could, though? I'm not a believer in these. Get him out of here. I am a believer in this. Let's hold off on the shards a little bit. I think we can get rid of a restore. Then I think you chill. I think I like everything else in the deck. We've only got 16 cards. We could cut the Imp. The Imp, in theory, is like a great target, though, for us to get the banner. So, Quickstone. I typically like Quickstone on the sweeper, quite frankly. Solves a lot of problems for us. And then I think you can re-roll. And, I mean, there's a real temptation to just make this guy his whole floor. And we can get around it via Ascend. Plus 10 and Spikes 3. Why get rid of Restore when you got a weird tree to buff? Well, because we have like 3 Restoration Detonations, which also restore. One of them is Holdover, so we can play it every turn. Like, I think we got a great thing going on there. Spikes 3 on this guy? I don't know, man. I mean, it's pretty cheap. I'll do it. We got nothing we want to remove. I mean, just play it cool for now. There's no need to get so spicy on threat level red. Enemy units enter with Spikes 4. That's one of the trials I won't turn on. This is a great Molten Imp turn, man. As long as we're not screwing ourselves out of playing what we need to play. How much damage do you do? 22? Are you the boss? 22 damage on turn 1? This guy is now a 5280. Oh my god. We got our energy back. There you go. We don't care to move the Imp. Yeah, sadly, we don't really have anything we'd want to ascend. Because whatever we ascend goes to the back. Oh, no, you know, I'm wrong. You play the Steelworker on this turn. And then ascend them to the top so that they can help out. I mean, that's really... Basically, we have beaten the boss already. Maybe that's a little cocky, but I don't doubt it. You gotta go. You go here. You resign now. We got our energy back. You get stronger forever. We're waiting for our train steward, but for now, this will work. Let's make our quick unit even better. Even better. Get ensnared. So we just... This is just great because we get to separate the units. Although it's going to be super stacked next time. Channel Song. Can't hit anything. But next turn it will. And I'm like, man, maybe everything should just be on the top floor. Like, what if you just ascended the sweeper? Hold on, I'm using my brain. Kill you to get a torch removed from my deck. We draw it next turn, it kills the stealth enemies on the middle floor. Great work. Get stronger forever. Get stronger forever. Get stronger forever. and then leave some dead weight in my deck, but... Yeah, the Switch controls, like, I'm as much of a skeptic as anybody, you know, playing something so keyboard and mouse driven on, Oh, you're stealthed up still. On controller, but it totally works. Let's just keep you down here for a sec. Channel a train steward. You'll live. It's a little stinky. We got our energy back. I think I actually have to kill you. I hate that that gives you the armor. But if I didn't, I don't know, maybe it wasn't worth it. And then, you know, maybe it was totally worth it, because then I'll just ascend you anyway. I want you to kill the imp. We won't be able to play an imp on the second floor anymore, but I think it's a small price to pay. And now if we can get the imp behind the weird tree, like, what are you going to do? I don't know if we can hit any restore triggers on him, though. Because he's got too much armor. But he's not taking damage anyway. Most units are dying before they get up there. You are not taking as much damage as I would like, quite frankly. But I think that's fine. Save the ascend for the next floor. Oh, it still pops at full health? Okay, never mind. It's amazing. It's incredible. Now we ascend to save our pyre from taking damage, and that means we got to get sick unit out there 2 times in a row. Beautiful. Also, we could just root you on top of that. Also, we could just hit you with one of those. Hit you with one of these. You know what? If we're already going to get there, we might as well just focus everything we got on making our... on making our weird tree as strong as possible. Huge imp. You're taking 132. You got no chance, man. Like, just being straight up. We could ascend, but I would really just rather spend all of my energy on making this unit better for the future. You can live for now. That doesn't bother me. Go ahead, man. See if I care. You could ascend the boss to kill it faster. I suppose it's true. However, I feel like I would much rather just get 3 more heals off next turn. Or 2 more heals off next turn. This doesn't count, right? I wish it did, but I don't think it does. Alright, that was pretty simple. I think we got this one super locked up. Dude, this is such a cool relic where everything starts with one stone in it. Consume permafrost. Consume, draw +3 next turn. 30 health, 3... I mean, you gotta go awake. It's the easiest choice in the world. Attune, sacrifice, imp, consume. I mean, this is amazing. Am I crazy for feeling like a battering ram could actually work insanely well with our steelworker setup? I don't know. Inflame with Rage 4 on multi-strike. I mean, I think all these work. I'm willing to take an impressive. It sucks that it's a consume, and it rules that it's a consume. I was just thinking that I'd love to watch some Monster Train. Well, lucky you. I know what you're thinking. Should we double up on the Steel Singer? We will never fit. We'll never fit it. It will never fit. So what the heck do you double? There's great stuff all around. I'm kind of a believer in the doubled holdover steel enhancer. I'm just hoping it doesn't fill our deck with too much garbage. The Divine Horde. Yeah, let's daze enemies that enter our pyre room. We are at 120 shards, so I'm a little scared for the future. Threat level Crimson and multi-strike statues. But keep in mind, our best unit is Endless, and also, on top of being Endless, they're like literally, well, not literally, but near literally unkillable. So, first turn, I don't mind this. I think we can build something here on the bottom floor. And then we'll just stack them up on opposite floors for now. And the restore trigger that does nothing, but we play it for holdover regardless. There you go. Okay, weird tree exists. And as a result, we win. We can hit our, was our champ dying? Say, counterpoint, do I care? I don't know. I think as long as our sweep unit lives... Well, hold on. A second unit also heals us. So you... Channel Song first. Train Steward. Where does the Train Steward go? I think we put him here for now, so we have Ascend ability in the future. Then, I think you put Sweeper down. Hit you with one of these. Hold on. I got plays, man. Then I think you really just start the Ascendancy. I think you move your Train Steward up. And we give you, like, the super heal here so we can get through the statue. And honestly, I'm feeling like right as rain right here. Even if our champ dies, I actually don't care. I literally don't care right now. I do want to play Awake, though, if possible. My champ sucks, and I hate them. So you're dead. Is our steel worker dying? They are. Do I care? I literally don't even care. Just take one of these. Maybe you can do a little caring. No, I don't. That's not. It's not part of my world, okay? Because here's what you do. Excuse me, where's my imp? I'm supposed to have an imp at some point? Whatever, get owned. You guys are still loving life. Champ dies. Big whoop. Easiest, oh, I was gonna say easiest awake of my life. Maybe the champ doesn't die. I hate to skip even a single rejuvenate trigger on Strange Tree, but keeping this unit alive long enough to deal some damage appeals to me. This having holdover is criminal, man. You're still living. That's what you love to see. We're very close to just having a deck that's completely full of steel enhancers, unfortunately. That cost 1. That's going to be not fun. Yeah, let's get rid of one of these. I mean, you should put it on you, honestly, but that's the dream deck. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is, like, a wide floor, like this one, for example, and then, like, we have no means to kill 2 enemies until we get the ability to ascend another 1 enemy. You're still living. I can still keep you alive here. Look at that. I need to ascend my Train Steward, and then this is over. So we're going to take, like, I don't know, probably like 40 damage here, which is actually kind of a lot. I forgot you can't just have, like, one super strong unit. Excuse me, where the heck is my imp, man? I probably just haven't been playing him, but, like... Oh, we have days in the pyre room. You're right. That wasn't so bad. Thank God I took that. That was great foresight. Train Steward, you gotta live, man. Like, I hate to do it, but you gotta survive. You're already surviving. Okay, more triggers. And we don't even play the steel enhancers anymore. Our deck's too full of garbage. Final wave. Finally! Okay. Ascend the Train Steward. Nothing gets over this top floor now. Frankly, I don't care for the Imp. Just keep the regen coming. I don't see us losing this. I mean, we do have to do 1,400 damage to you. That's kind of a lot. Yeah, okay. But hey, check this out. Draw +1 next turn. Okay, this is where I'm just a little scared. You're taking 900. That's not enough. That went on the wrong unit. You're taking 1,000. $36. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if this is the way. This is the way. I think this might give us... two steel enhancers. Each one of them is 12 damage per turn. You're living for like 102 plus... So it's like 180. 1061 divided by 180 is like 6 turns. 6 turns times 12 extra damage, 72 extra damage. I think we're gonna die. $36 into 180. If you multiply it by 5, this gives us 1 more turn of life. And then I'm just running, I'm doing the Riemann sum. And I'm like, it does give them 1 more turn of life, absolutely. I think. And then I'm like, okay, 8 damage is 36 heals over time. Because it's 8 times 9 divided by 2. However, you're at full HP, right? Is 183 your maximum HP? I don't see anything up at the top. I'm just trying to figure out who gets what. You're going to laugh at me? There's no way this could give you... Now, the backline doesn't benefit as much from the heals, though. But I think, you know, it's either 2 Restoration Detonations or Restoration Steel Enhancer. I guess you would... The only reason you would play another Restoration is to get a trigger that would keep you alive, but I don't think that's how that's going to work. So, just add this. I think we're definitely dead. Yeah. I was laughing because there was one person that was like, he did it, Pog. And I was like, I'm not confident in my cards, but I'm pretty confident in my math. So there was, what you're going to laugh, but what was the actual problem with that one? Namely, I don't think we should have doubled our holdover spell chain steel enhancer. I think that would be one action item of many, I'm sure. It filled our deck with some stuff that I wasn't particularly thrilled about. But either way, this is Monster Train First Class. It's available on the Nintendo Switch now. Literally came out today. If you're looking to play some Monster Train on the go, look at this. You got Monster Train, everything that came out in all the free updates. Also the DLC, The Last Divinity. exclamation point Monster Train, and you can go check it out for yourself. No longer is there only one 10 out of 10 TCG on the Nintendo Switch. Now you got both of them.